Hi, so my name's Sarah. For my individual video assignment, I listened to Arnold Schoenberg, who is the composer of Pierrot Lunaire, which was composed in 1912. This piece consists of 21 poems by the Belgian writer Albert Giraud. The poems were later translated into German, and then Schoenberg transformed them into this song. They're delivered in what's called Sprechstimme style, which is an expressionist vocal technique, which is like a mix between singing and speaking. Expressionism was a huge movement that began in Germany in the early 20th century, which was like around the time of this piece. And when this piece was first performed, audience reactions were very mixed. A lot of people laughed at it, but in the end, it ended up being successful. So the one we're looking at is the Moonfleck, which is poem number 18. This piece consists of one female voice and 5 instruments, the flute, clarinet, violin, cello, and piano, which make up a chamber ensemble. One important musical element of this piece is its harmony, which is highly dissonant. This was common of expressionist pieces in the 1900s. It creates like unsettling feeling. You can hear it very clearly in both the vocals and instruments when you listen to it. So it was one of the first things I noticed right away. You can hear the pitches go from high to low very fast, and they jump around, and they don't like flow together like you'd imagine in normal, like typical songs we usually listen to. The second element to point out is the poetic form, which is rondeau. The refrain is repeated 3 different times at the beginning, middle, and end. This is somewhat difficult to notice because it doesn't stand out that much like in music we're used to hearing. You can, if you listen carefully, the voice and the pitches and like the repetitive like sound that it makes, then you can hear it being repeated. And the third element to listen for is the texture. It's very polyphonic because the vocalist sings one melody and then the 5 instruments play other melodies. They play in what is called complex counterpoint, which is the art of combining 2 or more melodic lines. So you can hear this throughout the entire piece. It's always polyphonic. It's always like different melodic lines everywhere. And lastly, this piece is hard to imagine in something I would listen to today. It's not something that we would choose to listen to in our free time, like just for fun or like at a party or that kind of thing. That's because I think it's because it's so disjunct and like it's not just like a typical piece that we would enjoy listening to in our free time. But instead, I could imagine this piece in a show or a movie during like a very like stressful event where like you're supposed to feel very tense or lost or something crazy is going on and everything is like happening really fast is what I imagine it being in. So yes, that is all. Thanks.